All right, all right. Let's do this. That's so tight in that thing. All right. All right, lovelies, let's get started. I don't need to tell you what today is. It's June 19th. Um, so let's take a look at our portal today. Welcome on in, welcome on in. The reason why it feels kind of a little bit stronger is we're sitting in the yellow planetarial human portal activation today. And so this one, it says, I perfect in order to influence producing wisdom. I sealed the process of free will with the planetary tone of manifestation. I am guided by the power of universal fire. I am the galactic activation portal into me. The color is yellow. The planet is Earth. The chakra is the heart. And the Earth family is core. Hold on a second. There we go. Is the core. Okay, so we do not have a room for today, but this is going to be Sirius B52 hyperplasmic enlightenment, and this is concentrated on that crown chakra, the mental sphere, and it is also working in the ninth dimension of intercore time, gate 441. Now, you're probably wondering why I just said, oh, it's June 19th. I am not one that likes to, how do I put it? I'm not one that likes to celebrate things that were done maliciously and then had to be corrected. And then when it was corrected, it still wasn't done right. So when you know the whole history of everything, and I'm just not one that's walking around going, yay, Juneteenth. I'm not doing that. I'm all about going forward. How is everything going to unfold? Going forward, how is everything going to be healed? Going forward, how are the people that were traumatized in cellular memory going to heal? That is my main thing. So when we talk about the healing aspect, this is why I have this picture. The priestess is arched up on this cliff area, and she is targeting her arrow at everything that is about fear, um, things that are the negative energy of itself. She's all about destroying all of that, okay? Getting rid of all that energy. Anything that's coming at her, she's got the arrow and the bow. Now, the reason why I felt drawn to use this today is simply for this. When I was watching Discovery of Witches yesterday, and it's kind of funny. I just kind of I watched that series many times, but you always learn something because there's so much information that they packed into that show. And when you go and dig up in the background of when they were putting the show together, when they were doing everything with the show, the histories and stuff that they found and how they were using it is, you know, true. It's real. This is not just made up stuff that they put in there for entertainment. They did their research, and all of this is true documentation. So one of the things that I really liked about Diane when she was stepping into her power, stay with me because this is how it's going to really be used for today. She really didn't understand who she was. She didn't understand what her magic was. She didn't understand what it was. So when she really started being pushed into awakening to understand who she was, her powers started coming in, and she had to learn how to master them. She had to learn about them. She had to understand what her powers were about. So when we look at this in a spiritual aspect, isn't that what all of us end up doing? We try to figure out why we're here, what is the whole part of ourselves and what we're doing. And in the process of her discovering that, she was able to really step into herself. So this art, when we look at the bow and then the arrow, the fire, is one of the things that she was gifted in, and how to weave the knots and then to pull back and have that bow. And when she released it, she used it twice in the show, and I thought it was really cool, especially at the end when she does complete knot of nine spell as she's creating it. And then when she gets to number 10, 10 is the knot of creation or chaos. And she pulls it back and releases it to take down the bad vampire demon one or whatever it was, to take him down. And I really thought that was so profound. In life, a lot of times we need to pull out our bow and arrow. A lot of times we have to pull it out in order to defend ourselves. Now, there is no law against, there is, how do I put this? When it comes to defending yourself, you have every right to defend yourself. You have every right to protect yourself when someone is coming at you through darkness, coming at you in a negative way. Hi, lovely. Coming at you with weird energy to interfere with you. You have every right to protect yourself. And I want to give a shout out to a lot of the elder grandmothers of Wallace that are stepping up and really talking about medicine of healing of the people. And today I'm all about this flesh, this color, because of the fact that we need so much healing. We need to be able to step out of the trauma of that energy and to be able to heal it. And it's not just for healing ourselves presently, but it's for also healing the whole entire bloodline of whatever was experienced that has kept us in fear, that's kept us in lack, that's kept us in illness, that's kept us from trusting ourselves, that's kept us in self-sabotage, that's kept us in not believing in who we are. We have every right to step forward now and to claim that and to awaken from the deep amnesia. I'm making that my task. That is 100% a task for me, is to those of us that experience the amnesia of not remembering who we are, not remembering where you come from. And it's not to say that it's only just for the copper race. I'm talking about humanity as a whole on this part of it, the amnesia part, because it does go all across the culture as a human being that we're under this amnesia. But for this content of moving out trauma amongst the copper race is something that needs to be done. And I want to say thank you to those grandmothers who are really stepping out, and they've been out doing their grid work. They've been out talking to the young people. They've been out promoting women, men to do that inner healing, to do that detoxification, to do that part that we need to do. So when we are moving into this higher frequency that we are moving into right now, you will know how to process it. It will be accepted into your body so that you can process and be able to hold those codes and to waken the codes that have been sleeping. So the reason why I really feel that this is very important, I want you to really look at what has been one of the things that has been coming up in your life. Now, I have a client Plus, she's a practitioner. And she has been dealing with a ancient reptilian draconian slash Anunnaki being. That's the only way I can describe this being. Okay, this being has just been really in her space, doing all kind of crazy things and manipulating and controlling. And I've had to step in and help her with defending herself, because right now these beings are just walking amongst us, smiling and jiving with us, and you got to be able to know how to spot them, especially when you start smelling something that's like decaying, fleshy, like doesn't smell right. That kind of smell, sulfury smell. Okay, that kind of smell. Hi, lovely. Yes. Oh gosh, yes. Can we? Yeah. So, you want to be able to spot that. And one of the reasons why this is very important right now, we're stepping into summer solstice, we're turning the wheel again on Sunday. So, this technique is so important. And I'm going to take you on a journey on how to pull this up. I want you to just visualize yourself in the beautiful colored gown of your choice as a full-on priestess, or if you're a male, full-on warrior outfit. Okay. And well, what does your bow look like? And when you weave the power to create the arrow, to shoot it straight into all of the darkness of energy that has been interfering with you. Okay. Rather you're dealing with fear, rather you're dealing with like a prolonged illness that for some reason shows up and doesn't go away. Now, let's be real. Let's step into this, because I'm going to step into this. If you're going along and life has been good and all of a sudden you meet somebody and then you get with that person, or a man or woman, whoever you're with, and all of a sudden your energy starts changing, like the things you used to be able to do or have or what starts getting weird, like disappearing out of your life, like you're not having contacts, or your business starts taking a slump, or you're missing your money, or somebody is pulling energy off of you. Okay, you won't notice it right away just yet, because usually when they're energy feeders, they do it in a very slow way. And then sometimes when they're really hungry, they do it in a big way and they do that feed off of your energy. One of the things that you can do when you know who the person is, or people, or whatever the situation is that's doing it, is to program yourself that if you try to dip into my energy, whoever you are, you will get nauseated or headache, or you will get something that says, get out of my space. It was very much so the same way in the movie Discovery of Witches, when this one priest guy came up to Diana when they went through the time travel, and he wanted to dive into her brain, into her memory. He wanted to extract her powers through her memory. And she says, they're not yours, and I'm not giving it to you. And you're not going to have my mind. You're not taking my memories. And she was able to get the sword out of her guy's belt, harness it, and then take the guy out so he could stop trying to pull her energy. It's that same concept. First of all, like this, I'm going to put it and I'm going to say it straight. You shouldn't be dipping into somebody's energy if you're low to begin with in the first place. Go find your own source of energy. You got the sun, you got water, you got fire, you got air, you got Mother Earth to feed you. Why are you trying to feed off of somebody else? And why are you stepping into somebody else's energy, trying to take their stuff? Why? You got your own. Be happy with what you manifested for yourself. It is not about going in and trying to take it from somebody else, because sometimes you might step up on somebody that's a very ancient old soul, and you might just step into something that's going to mess with you for the rest of your life. So you might not want to be doing that. If you're one of those type of people that just love to go and get into other people's energy for no reason. Okay? The times that we're switching into when we step through that portal of the summer solstice, it's the claiming of the self. It's to bring back the power of the known of the self. That's what's coming through the door. That's what's going to be initiated. And when you step into that, don't be trying to step into somebody else's stuff thinking that you get the ticket, because those days are over. Now it's all about full on spiritual warfare and boom. This is why I like this. Okay. This, when she even used it the very first time, Diane in the show, and pulls that up, she's not even aware of her power and how she pulls up the bow and the arrow to do this. And it was so powerful how she just pulls it back and bing, took that person out. Now, you are going to master that for yourself because there's no limitations when we step into the realm of the cosmos. Okay? When you see yourself as a cosmic being, you see yourself as who you really are, you step into it. There's nothing that says you cannot produce this. Okay? So, I'm going to say this again. If you are a person that is an energy vampire person and you thrive on extracting energy from people, moving into their space, you are going to hit the wrong person. Okay? You're going to dive into the wrong energy person, and that's going to be the energy person that's going to take you out. So, here's my kind, merciful words to you. Stop doing it. Don't do it anymore. Find another way to do your energy. Otherwise, those that are the archons, the negative reptilian, draconian energy type of things that we have to keep dealing with, yeah, this is where you want to be right now. Stay out of my space. I said, I don't mix spirituality. Everybody doesn't get some of the ancestor energies, and some people have spirit attachment since biblical. Yes, absolutely. When I say that this summer solstice, when we step into that doorway, and that's the claiming of the self, that is pulling in your sacred powers to you. It really is. And when you set the intentions, we got a lot going on that day. I have a portal day on that day, a personal one. Then it's a summer solstice. Then I think Father's Day is on that day also, on the 20th. Hold on, not the 20th, 21st. So we got a lot of energy that is moving in on that space. There's a lot of energy to be used. There's a lot of energy to hold into, because if you look at the numbers, we got 6, that 21 is a 3, and then a 6 energy at the end again, but it makes a 1. So we got that 10. We got that knot of 10, that 1 energy. So what is going to be the creation and what is going to be the chaos? What are you leaving out of your life that's chaotic? What are you stepping into that is creation? Hence, this is what you're making. This is what you're doing. Okay. So this cannot be used against someone who walks in a good way in their life. Okay. They don't commit no harm to nobody. They're not hurting nobody. Don't think if you are baddie that you can just turn around and use this against somebody that's a light worker. It won't work like that. Mm-mm. This is strictly light workers that light it up and choom, set that arrow in place where it needs to go. Notice how it's a golden light arrow. Let's talk about it. You can change this arrow color to whatever color you want it to be if you want. But the gold kind of gets to the point. And if you do a violet flame, I got your attention, don't I? You make this a violet flame arrow, guess how much more you take out? Okay? A lot. So, this is important right now because what is going up in our mental society is people saying they're hearing voices talking to them. That's been an increase. Some of the psychiatrists are saying an increase in schizophrenia. Is it really schizophrenia? Or maybe it's people who are waking up and they're hearing beyond the radio waves actual voices that they never been able to hear before. Our frequency is like you turn the knob on the radio station to kind of find, you know, it has okay, now you just find the song. It tunes in. Okay. When you're hearing those voices, sometimes you could just be doing anything and you could hear voices far away. Now, this is Sundance season. Hello to all sisters and brothers who are dancing in Sundance. It's already going on. So I send out my prayers of love and support for the Sundancers right now. But one of the things that happens after Sundance, because it's a 14-day ceremony, prepping, doing the dance, and then integrating into it, okay? The after you're done with Sundance, I remember, oh my gosh, I didn't like being on the plane to get back home. I didn't like going through the walking through the tunnel areas or whatever to go underneath. All I wanted to do is hurry up and get into my apartment, close the door, and it took me a good week to just try to acclimate into me, to come back. Okay, calling yourself back. Anytime when you fly over water, you have to call yourself back. Even when you drive over a bridge of water, you have to call yourself back. Okay, you have to call yourself back. Call your essence back because that water represents portal. Holds memory. Okay, records part of you. So you call yourself back. You state your name. Call yourself back. I am present. I am here. Placing your hand over your heart. You call yourself back. A lot of people don't know that, and they always wonder why they have really bad jet lag. Well, think about it. Did you call yourself back? Okay. So you're calling yourself back in that space. So when we're dealing with these type of energy beings, we want to make sure we handle them correctly. Okay. So let me see. Is there anything else I need to say about that? Does everyone understand what I'm talking about? Yes, hearing voices. The voices that you're hearing, thank you. I didn't finish up what I was saying. So I would be, after Sundance, getting back into myself, I would be literally laying in my bed, hearing conversations, people all the way down the road. And I would be like, and I would have to tell Spirit, please, can I just have my space? Call myself back into my space. I don't need to hear all of that. And then hearing when you're looking out the window and you're looking at a hummingbird, you can hear the fast movement of their wings. And then I like to go amplify it even more after Sundance, go up to Shasta. Go up to Mount Shasta afterwards and be up there, and it's like, whoa. And it's a feeling when you've been in Sundance medicine or any kind of ceremonial medicine that you've been a part of where you are holding that sacred vessel space and helping to lift up prayers and helping to anchor prayers. Anything that's been a part of medicine where you're participating in that with ancestral gatherings, okay? That energy gets amplified when we go to these places and these grid lines. Now, I haven't been on for a little bit because I've been busy working with grid lines, working and doing that. I'm tuned into the noise of nature. I keep the door or the windows open so I can listen to the birds and the yes. And you know what's so cool about the birds? It's so neat. If you speak your divine language to them, they show up. They come in even closer because they'll feel and hear your frequency. Okay. So just be aware of that when you are witnessing their presence and you step into that energy. So that's what I want to say about when you pick up on that. So what I want you to do, get comfortable. And I want you to take a look at what your bow and arrow looks like. Okay. This is going to be an activation. If you like to get some glass of water right now, please do. Take a moment, make sure you got your water. Get your water. I'm going to pull a couple of codes. So get your water. I'm going to do this one too. Today does not feel like a Friday to me. Feels like I'm already in a weekend type of thing. Yesterday didn't feel like a Thursday. Felt like a Friday. And then what happens? Okay, so I washed my car on Tuesday. And then after I washed the car, I'm coming down, giving people time to get water because we're going to do some codes. I'm driving down the freeway, and what do I see off in the distance? Clouds forming. So what happens this morning? For about maybe 5-8 minutes, I don't know, it decides to just rain. Just enough to mess up your cars. Just enough to make you want to go washing. I'm starting to feel like it's a plan. You know? I don't know. Just wondering. Oh no, we're gonna do this one. Yeah. Let's do that one. Okay, I got the frequencies that we're gonna use. All right, you got your water? All right, let's step into it. All right, get comfortable. And I'm going to do the wah-wahs. I haven't done the wah-wahs in a while. Get nice and comfortable. And just allow yourself to step into a beautiful energy. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to step over and turn my fan on just to kind of... There we go. Okay. Drown out some noise, background noise. Close your eyes. And allow yourself to just relax. Place the hands gently at your side or on top of your lap. And just allow yourself to just be in this moment. I need for you to pick out the beautiful priestess dress or the beautiful warrior outfit, if you're a man, that you want to wear to go receive your bow and arrow of light. Set the breath of intentions, breathing in deeply, exhaling out. Find the colors, step into it. Allow it to become a part of you. Now look within the mirror and see how you see yourself. The full armor self or the full priestess dress that you're wearing. And now as you step back to take a full look at yourself, your mirror starts to glow. It starts to elongate and becomes a beautiful portal of light energy. This is a mirror that will take you to the place to receive your bow and arrow. Your bow and arrow of light. This bow and arrow whole program is only to get rid of anything that is deeply negative, darkness and heaviness, anything that is harmful to you. Step into the mirror with one breath. Take a deep breath. Step in, exhale it out. And right now in this moment, you should find yourself standing in the cosmos on the edge of a cliff of beautiful quartz crystals, Lemurians, amethyst, quartz, beautiful rose quartz, all around you. It is called the Crystal Point. And here is where you stand as you take in a deep breath again. Exhale it out. You feel the presence of what you are going to call in from the divine realm of your bow and arrow of light. Take this moment and think about the bow. What type of bow is it? Is it made of sacred wood? Is it silver? Is it copper? Is it a gold bow? Or is it a crystal bow? What type of bow is your bow? Take a look at it now. Are there any symbols on your bow that is forming itself right in front of you? It is just hovering in the field of energy right in front of you. And when it is complete and all that is supposed to be presented to you as the bow, you will be able to reach out and take hold of the bow. Is your bow ready for you? Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Reach forward for your bow. Hold it feel it from the top to the bottom. Feel the weight of it. Is it light as a feather? Does it have some weight to it? Feel how the beautiful strand of golden fiber, which is made of plasma, responds to your ever touch as you pull back on it and you flick it. It holds its strength. It moves freely when you touch it. At this cliff is where you meet the things that have been in your way, causing interference, blockages, fear, illnesses, no matter what it is, a person, place, thing, or situation, energy that has constructed this. Stand with your bow and now allow the arrow to form. The arrow forms directly from your divine heart of self. How do you picture your arrow? Is it a golden arrow of plasmic light? Is it the violet flame, plasmic light? Is it a green arrow for healing? Is it an arrow designed of obsidian? Is it a selenite arrow? What type of arrow do you have? Is it an elemental arrow? Is it of air? Is it of fire? Is it of water? Is it of earth? What type of arrow do you have? Allow that arrow to take form as you take a breath in and exhale it out. And allow that arrow to form itself. You have your arrow. Take it now and align it with the plasmic divine stream. And now pull the arrow into place and hold it until when you see exactly what you want to shoot your arrow into. We will have 3 arrows to use. Let the first thing be, if it's an energy of something that has been causing you illnesses, weakness in your physical body, feeling drained. You don't need to know who or what is coming from. The arrow will find it. With that in your intentions, pull back in one single breath. Take a breath. See it aiming for what it needs to aim for, and on your exhale, release your arrow. Let it go. Straight into whatever that situation of person, place, thing, or whatever it is that's been causing you the illness, the lack of energy, the not feeling like yourself. Release the arrow. Now let's look at anything that you've been fearing. Is it about not having money? Is it about trying to make the money? Is it about trying to just live a peaceful life, and is something always coming up, stealing your peace? Once again, call up the arrow. Align it. Pull back on it. Let it come into its full picture image of what it is that you want to shoot the arrow into. And allow yourself to just pull back with one breath. Breathe in. Exhale, release the arrow. And allow the arrow to go into exactly what you released it into. Your last arrow is an arrow that is designed to take out anything that does not sit right with you in your life. It is the ultimate arrow that's only used when you really need to just get something out of your space and you can't see what it is, where it's coming from, and all you do is ask for this arrow to come up, and you gently speak over the arrow as you pull back and say, seek whatever still stands in my way that blocks me in my everyday. Seek it now as I breathe in and I release you to find it. And release the arrow with the breath and let it find it and take it out. And know that you stand now with your bow in hand that comes to you and allows you to use it at any time that you feel like you need to pull out your divine bow and arrow and take care of energy that does not need to be around you. It is your protection. Allow yourself now to receive the beautiful codes that the bow will bring up as you are holding it and sending it into your mental, emotional, your physical and spiritual self. Breathe in the higher self, beloved. 787-8899. Let that be activated. Breathe. Let the divine vibration, clearing any other blockages, be 12, 12, 12, 12. Breathe. Let that be activated. And let the flames of light always be activated in you to use it when you need to. 11, 111, 1111, 1111, 1, 1111, 111, 11. Let it be activated. Breathe. Let the codes flow. Let them be activated and divinely aligned for you. And when you are ready, you will bring back your bow with you. It will shrink itself down into a small crystal that you're able to carry with you. And it might just shrink itself down into an amulet that you wear as a sacred necklace. Give your thanks to the crystal beings, the crystal point. It allows you to activate the bow and arrow. And allow yourself to turn and walk back through your sacred portal. And once you come through that sacred portal, allow yourself to be back in your present place, seeing the mirror and placing your right hand up to the mirror and moving the energy counterclockwise and shutting the portal down. And then allow yourself to take in a nice deep breath, breathe in, bringing up both hands up to the heaven realms. And as you inhale, as you exhale out, bring the hands down and allow your cloak and your warrior spirit outfit to be released, bringing you back into your present self, bringing awareness to your fingertips, to your toes, bringing both hands to heart space, taking a breath in, exhaling out. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes at a gaze and be present. So in divine vibration, we have this picture. Remember who you are. Flame of light. Stargate and Soul Star. Try to get it right. Guess it doesn't. Where are you? There. And then higher self beloved. Okay. So now you have your bow. Now you know what it looks like. Now you know what your arrows are. That was one active bow. Thank you. You're welcome. When I was watching A Discovery of Witches, thank you. I'm telling you, that was so profound. And because they did so much documentation to put that show together, that show is real. They're not making up all that stuff. This is, some of it can be theatrical and what have you, but they're really showing connection to elements. And they're showing it in a way that comes across as knowledge, but an awakening way. And that was really profound when she was able to pull that up. And I said, that's the spirit arrow, bow and arrow. That's one that you can use for any situation. Anybody getting up in your space that shouldn't be in your space. That's dark. Hello. Okay. Taking care of a situation that's been bothering you. As long as you know what your bow looks like, you know what kind of arrows you use, it is real for you. Okay? It will not go after someone who is a divine being, who is loving and kind, doing good things. This can't be used against light workers. Okay? It's not designed for that. This is to take out darkness. This is for taking out situation. Try as they might, but it will not work. It won't work against someone that is on their path and doing their thing and someone shoots it. Okay? That's no. In your past life, if you have a timeline that comes up on your grid line, on your past line, and you start feeling like someone shot an arrow, or if the past life of you taking an arrow from something that happened, a fight, or back in the day when physical arrows, bow and arrows were used, yes, that comes up in a past life. Yes, you extract that arrow. A lot of us walk around with strange pains in our stomachs and in our backs, and we're trying to figure out, gosh, I was doing fine yesterday. Now I wake up and I feel like I got something stuck in my back. That's because it's either some arrows, you were in some kind of time war, some kind of fight that you were in overnight, or a past timeline is coming in, and now it's there. So now that's your time to extract it and move it out. So one of the other points I thought that was so cool in the show, and when we talk about our grandmothers and our grandfathers and how important of a role they play in our lives when we're growing up, and how impressionable, if they're walking in a good way in life. I'm not talking about the bad ones that had things happen to them and they are still expressing that pain and anger from what happened to them onto others in their bloodline. But I'm talking about the ones that were the black sheep of the family. I'm a black sheep of the family. People don't get me in my family. People think I'm strange. My family does not understand me. They think I'm just way out there. I am way out there. Thank God. Yeah, I'm all about my woo-woo. Yes, I am. Because I know who the hell I am. That's why. When you start seeing who you are, and you step into that, and you become who you are, not what others say you are. You become who you are. That's where the real living comes in. And there's this scene in the movie that was so powerful. Why I say grandmothers and grandfathers are very important to us. It's right when Diana is going into labor. She makes it back home. She's going to give birth to twins. And then M, I forgot what the other lady's name is, but one of her moms comes up to her and say, look, I was with your mother when she was having you. And now I'm with you to help you have your children. I just sat there and I said, that is freaking powerful. To see that she was with her mother to help bring Diana into the world. And now she's helping Diana bring her children into the world. That is divine alignment. To have someone be in your life like that. Hold that. Where do we have that now? Where is it? It's still around, but we really have to work at it to mend that part of the timelines where it dropped off, where the grandmothers got tired or they didn't feel well. This is why we have to take care of ourselves more than ever right now, because all this energy that we're constantly dealing with, all that stuff, we have to really take care of ourselves. Because you just never know what you're standing in for that your past ancestor did for your parents, and now it's happening. You can do it for someone else. Someone stood in for you. Now you get to stand in for someone else. You bring it forward. It's time out for all the kind of hiding ourselves, afraid to talk about it. I don't care what anybody thinks. I am who I am. Nope, nope. I am who I am. And nobody can tell me different. Nobody can tell you different who you are. What matters is how you show up and you move forward. What matters more than anything right now is how we heal the bloodlines. How we go to those grids and those ley lines and look up where you were born at. What was taking place at the time of your birth? What were you born into? And that ley line you were born on, what's on that ley line? Is it a dragon ley line? Is it a Naga? Is it tapped into ancient Lemurian energy grid line? Does your ley line go around the world or end to end, we should say? Cuts through all the way up to Europe? Does it do that? Because there's a reason why you're here. And those of us that were born on those ley lines and those grids, we came in with something big. We are the fucking walking codes to that line. We're the activators. We are their worst nightmare. We said it. And we own it. It's just sometimes what happens, some of us have forgotten that. When we step through that summer solstice doorway, I say the party is just getting started. Yeah. I say that this is where we start to see the change. Everything is speeding up for a reason. It's rushing to get to the end of something to begin something. It's rushing to become the knot of 12. It's rushing to become the knot of that 10 energy of creation, moving into that 12th dimensional. What is that? So with that being said, lovelies, enjoy your day in remembrance of who you are. And sit back and find yourself some good magical medicine movies to watch today. Be in that. Be in that umph of it. Okay? Be in that umph of it. Be in that power growth of it. So it's been my pleasure to show up here on this day with all of you to just present that. And I find it kind of interesting. You're welcome. That there was someone on YouTube and they were talking about the algorithm and they were talking about, yeah, I used to be able to get so many people and da-da-da-da, and now all these other people that just come in out of nowhere, they're getting all of these da-da-da-da. And I sat back and I just said, it is what it is. I'm not going to go chasing algorithm. I'm not doing that. I'm here for those who are ready to listen, for those who want to receive the codes. I love doing my frequency codes. I love anchoring them. I love activating them so that people can partake of them. I love doing all of that. That's me. So, enjoy your day. I'm going to have a very bland diet of some rice, avocado, some ginger, and I'm drinking my hibiscus, chickweed, and lemon balm tea. Yes, that's me. All right, lovelies. Be good to yourself. Much love. Enjoy your day. Enjoy. Be with the self. Go pour water for your ancestors in remembrance of everything because they are just beneath our feet.